Hey Samantha, just doing you a video mail instead of a badly written email. If you haven't noticed yet, my emails aren't great. So just a quick recap on our chat the other day and what you should be doing about this to move forward. So the first things that me and you talked about was kind of logic versus the whole chimp scenario and your brain running out of control away with you and just trying to get back to you in control. The reason I say that is a lot of us have all these feelings when it comes to illnesses, when it comes to food, when it comes to exercises, and what all of us need to do with that is just take a step back for a second and go, do you know what, it doesn't matter, I can't blame anyone else apart from myself unless I'm doing X, Y and Z. And why I wanted to tell you that is I wanted for you to start applying some of the new stuff that you've learned and giving you a bit of a backstop to defend against kind of freaking out and losing it. So me and you talked about the kind of foundations of you working around a really good feeling fit and stronger you. So we talked about the 4 doctors. So I want you to make sure that you're sleeping correctly, and that means getting enough sleep for your body to optimally work. I'm not going to put a number on it, but if you're sleeping 2 hours a night and feeling shit, you know what to do about it. A bit of quiet time. A bit of quiet time is a bit for you, Sam. It's for you to kind of sort yourself out and get yourself de-stressed from your day. I know you're going through a lot at the minute, so quiet time is an important one. Nutrition. For you, what the nutrition represents with this one is making sure you're getting what you need to make sure, and this is the important bit with you, Sam, that your body performs optimally. It's not okay to feel shit, it's not okay to have these mood swings, and it's not okay for you to just survive. You deserve to get the most out of your body, and you need to, because you go through a hell of a lot in your day. Finally, you've got to move. Just remember, movement for you, Sam, means not just exercising for the sake of exercising, it means recorded performance-based goals. So if you're going to do your Tybo DVD, as we discussed, great, do it as a bit of enjoyment, but I need your heart rate in the right zones, and I need your performance to be measured each time. With this video, there will be an email attached, and it will explain to you where your heart rates need to be, and it will give you lots of different directions for you to go in. So there's your first point. Make sure your foundations are based around those 4 doctors. If you're getting them right and you're eating correctly, you'll be bang on. Another thing that will be attached to this email is your correct BMR. I've worked this out from when I saw you last, and if you're following the right amount of calories, your body will perform properly. Your blood sugar levels will stay stable, which will keep your gut health and your gut environment in your stomach performing properly. If these aren't hit properly, you'll just feel like crap. And it's a similar situation that I discussed with Laura when I saw you guys last. If your blood sugar drops past a certain point, your willpower will be 0, and you won't want to cook, and there'll be lots of, flare-ups from that. And that's that one. Okay, the next one is 80-20, and what I mean by that is, one of the things I've learnt with you, Sam, as I've been working with you over the coming weeks, is you do a hell of a lot of things right that you forget to pat yourself on the back for, and then it's the 20% things that you blame all of your problems on, and then you almost sabotage all the stuff that you do in the 80% thing right. So what I'm getting at is, number 1, going back to our 4 doctors, you sleep pretty good from what you've told me. You don't seem, believe it or not, to be too stressed out and have somewhere where you need to release your stress. The nutrition side of things, your knowledge is brilliant and you're doing a hell of a lot with it, but it's just making sure you apply yourself in the right areas, and I think a lot of that will come from the final one, which is moving. Use your exercise correctly, don't abuse it by just overdoing it with the exercise, and I think that really, really will help with your mental state, which me and you discussed, versus having tummy issues versus making sure your psyche is sorted first. So what I'd ask for you to do is to make sure you're exercising at least 2 times a week at high intensity, and as I said, follow your performance and make sure you're pushing yourself competitively with your exercise, and you really need to be trying to get up into those high performance zones for short bursts. I don't want you exercising too regularly, because then your adrenals are just going to go and you're going to feel crap. Next stage from here is the whole bread thing. you and your bread scenario, you've made some really big steps forward, and I commend you for doing that. But the next stage you've got to do is separate the kind of connection with bread and feeling good. You're not allowed to worry about eating bread and not eating enough bread if you're not getting enough calories in your systems first. I guarantee if you've had a good breakfast and a good meal or snack in between that, when it comes to lunchtime, you'll be fine with a real nutritional meal like you've been preparing out of the book. But in the meantime, until you get that sorted, you don't stand a chance of avoiding bread. So it's very important you get that solved. Final bit is just kind of what to do moving forward from here. So just to give you a breakdown of what we discussed before, I need you to try to control how many calories you're taking in from an increase perspective. You have to be eating enough calories, and as I said, your BMR is going to be attached to this video. Secondly, you have to be moving, but your type of moving you're doing has to be complementing your metabolic rate with your training. And then just finally, give yourself a little tiny bit of ammunition with the mental side of things. Go to the link that I've asked you to do a couple of times, find a podcast, learn a bit more about how you're why you're feeling like this and how you're feeling about it and what to do about it. But Sam, you've done brilliant. You've got to work with your application on the food side of things more. Keep doing all the good work. I'll be in touch in a month's time.